Man who is a king of this town because he brought a title to this town. A man who we've been lucky to chit-chat with a few times, but not nearly enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer, Drew Brees.
Yeah,
Drew! Wow. Holy shit.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Drew!
Yes!
I was catching up with Greeny back. Sorry about that.
No, we are sorry. I'm great.
Huh?
It's good to see you.
I gotta dap up all the fellas.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep, have to.
Long time coming.
Have to.
Long time coming.
This is a big deal.
Yeah,
Long time.
I'm excited for the end of this.
Thank you.
All right, Drew, how are you? Here we go.
Drew,
Ty.
there.
There it is. Wow.
Wow.
Doing good. Wow.
That was good.
That's 7
That was
years.
big for
that was
Ty.
incredible. 7 years in the making.
That's big for
Unbelievable.
Ty. Ty needed that from you.
I did.
Is there a backstory?
You guys got a
You
history,
elbowed him in
Drew.
the back of the head.
You did. Last time we were on Radio Row with you in Miami.
Yeah.
I was on like kind of the corner, and our producer was down below, and he was wearing like Cuban stuff, and he looked great. So I get it,
Cuban Z, he looks sweet.
Yep.
And
And
that Mark Cuban or like Cuban?
no,
No, Cuban.
like
Cuban.
a
Country.
like a Cubano man.
Not,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
Yeah,
like
like
white linen suit, little
Big
Havana
yes,
hat.
yeah,
I
yes,
gotcha. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
and-
Like we're
back
rolling
to you.
cigars in the
And-
corner
yes,
here.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right, gotcha.
Yes.
And you went down the line of everyone that was up there, shook their hand, and then when you got to me, you basically just put your elbow right into the back of my neck, gave him a handshake, and then got out of there. And
So just to be clear, you were trying to thank Cuban Z, but in the process of doing the right thing and acknowledging Cuban Z, you happen to be on top of
Yeah.
Ty.
killed him.
So Ty has remembered that.
So
I have.
I put him in a jiu-jitsu chokehold and didn't even realize
Yes.
it. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Pretty much.
All right.
Exactly. But
right.
so that dap right there was big.
Huge.
Yeah,
was big
so we
for
made
him.
it right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we did make
We're
it right.
back.
Proud of you guys.
Absolutely.
All right.
Speaking
He's
of
a
making
Big
it
Ten
right,
guy.
speaking
Yeah.
of making it right,
Yeah.
Purdue boiler up.
Yeah,
Then
well, they're up.
you win the Super Bowl for the Saints against Colts. We had the lead at halftime. You guys kicked the onside kick. You seemingly wouldn't miss a pass. And then you guys are winning the Super Bowl for New Orleans. Congratulations. Okay?
Congrats.
But we and I have been an admirer of the way you operate for a long time. Last year, Radio Row, I think it was last year,
Yep.
on Fridays of the Radio Row, because of all the people that are here that come and ask me to do their media stuff, it's impossible during the days.
Yeah.
Because there's like so many things to do, so it's hard to talk. So Fridays is whenever I go out and I just hit everybody that I talk to. So I'm in the middle of doing that, and boy, I saw the video. It looked bad. I will let you know, it looked bad. You were saying Pat in this video, and I'm like right here, about to head somewhere, and I just exit stage and don't even acknowledge you. I want to let you know when I saw that, I felt like the biggest dickhead of all time. I am a fan. I did not hear you. I promise you that's the case. And if there was ever any feelings from that moment where you're like, fuck this guy, I understand. Because when I saw the video, I was like, that is going to be tough to say I didn't hear you, but I promise I didn't.
To make you feel better, in full disclosure, just to really, really clear it up, and to just like, I was actually, it was Pat Fryermuth was behind you, and so I was like, Pat. Move.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Okay, because that was off camera. I didn't see that. Okay, good.
I was absolutely talking to you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, well, I do apologize.
It's
Boy,
okay.
another Pat being in the conversation would have been great.
Would have been huge.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
huge for me. I would have just...
Look,
Oh, okay.
it took me a few days to get over it, but I eventually got over it.
Okay, so we're in your city right now.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. Thomas Morstead was on yesterday. Obviously, teammate of yours. I saw you guys took the picture about 0 punts
Yeah.
and all the great
Do
things.
you know that story? Like, you know,
I've seen the pictures. I don't think
Yeah.
I know completely. Thomas Morstead punted here for...
shoot, a long time.
10 years,
I mean,
maybe?
my entire career. Yeah. So whatever that was.
Yeah, and you guys take a
15
photo
years.
and post it, and about
Yeah.
0 punts. How's that come together?
So we had this. I mean, obviously, you would love to go into a game and just have such offensive output to the point where you're scoring every time you touch the ball, and you literally punt the ball 0 times. So basically, going into every game, it was like, Thomas, I know how hard you've worked this week. Like, I've seen you in the weight room, like, writing down. He journals every single exercise of every single workout,
That
right?
makes sense. Yeah,
Like,
I did
he's
not know that, but it makes sense.
So laser focused during practice, like pinpoint accuracy, was dropping this baby inside the 10 or experimenting with these different punts, the Aussie rules and all this stuff. And I'm like, Thomas, I know how hard you've been working this week, but my goal is that you do not touch the field.
Yes.
Right, this game. And so that happened on a handful of occasions. And every time it would, in the locker room after the game, we would get a picture together throwing up like the donut, right? So 0 punts, 0 times touching the field. Congratulations, Thomas. Your average salary per snap just went way up. Like I'm trying to get you in the top 10 all time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Peyton was trying to do the same thing for me. And I want to let you know, I don't know if Thomas and I viewed it the same exact way. If we weren't punting, we were winning. And if we were winning, we were celebrating. I like celebrating.
Yeah, no doubt.
So that is all I was trying to get to. However we need to win is good. That is a funny relationship, the quarterback-punter thing. That's a funny thing.
Yeah.
I didn't even really think about. Yeah. Peyton gave me a speech one time. I was having an ass game. I was shanking balls all over the place. Comes over and gives me, "Are you okay?" And it's like, "No, man. It's not going well out there." You know, I didn't even think about him being like, "Hey, asshole, I'm coming off the field for you to come on the field." Maybe we try to do our job. Let's talk about you being a quarterback of this city, though. Okay, we've been down here. Obviously, the humidity is insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You're Texas boys, so probably a little bit used to it. But this city, obviously, whenever you guys were in the middle of your run, came alive. Felt like you brought a lot of happiness to this place. And I feel like everybody we talk to, Drew Brees is God down here. You know, like you can do no wrong. How do you feel about your relationship with this city, and what was it like to win for New Orleans?
This is the way I would define, I think, just like the overall attitude, culture, and vibe of this city is that, man, this region has suffered a lot. You know, and like forget the football side of it, but just like life in general. Like you think about the number of hurricanes that have come rolling through here and the devastation. You got the BP oil spill that we were all a part of 15 years ago. You got the tragedy on Bourbon Street on New Year's Day. Like it just seems like one thing after another, man, this community, this region has just taken hit after hit, right? And yet it's just built this resiliency and this resolve. And so it just makes them appreciate the good times that much more, right? And appreciate all the uniqueness and all the character that this region has. And so, like, when you walk around town, like, truly, if you're, like, talking to a New Orleanian, there's like an energy and there's appreciation, there's a gratitude, and there's like a, man, come let me show you what we're all about, you know? Like, they're excited. Like, there's one thing with Southern hospitality, there's another thing with New Orleans hospitality.
Got it. Like
man,
vibe.
they want to show you the best of, right? Some towns are like, man, tourists, get out of here, right? Like, we don't want you. New Orleans is like, man, welcome. We're going to show you a good time, man. We're going to feed you well. Like, we're going to entertain you well. And you're going to leave here saying, man, that place is special.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we've been eating great down here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We've been eating great down here. The vibes have been immaculate down here. Great host city. Excited for the game on Sunday. I think we got the right game. Don't you think?
I agree. Yeah. Look, I mean, say what you want about the Chiefs.
Okay, so you say what you want to say about the Chiefs, because there's a lot of people saying a lot of stuff about the Chiefs right now, and I think that happens when you're great. I don't know.
I'm going to bring up a different perspective.
Okay, I like that.
Which is, you know, this debate about who we think is going to win and what the game plan is and this and that. I think we need to look at what happens to these teams if they were to lose. Okay? I don't think has this question been posed? I think this is the way you have to look at it, is if the Chiefs lose this game, man, missed opportunity for the three-peat, missed opportunity to have done something that has never been done before, unprecedented. But still, they're a freaking dynasty.
Yes.
And still, they got Patrick Mahomes for the foreseeable future, and they still have this core that they're probably going to be back next year.
Yep.
Right? What if the Eagles lose this? Right? Two out of 3 years they've come to the Super Bowl and they've lost this game. Right?
No.
How are we ever going to get past the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Right? Like, if we want to accomplish what we want, how are we? So, to me, if you said who has the most to lose, I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
So in that conversation of the most desperate team usually wins.
Hungriest dog.
Like, who's the most desperate team? Like, from a game plan perspective, look, I heard what Greeny said. Look, like this Saquon Barkley factor, to me, the only weakness the Chiefs defense has is their ability just to stop the run consistently. And if you can stay ahead of the chains, that takes away the Spags, crazy pressure stuff. If you're in a third and long game against these guys, forget about it. You're done. But if you can stay ahead of the chains, you can run the ball effectively, you can eat up the clock as you're going down and scoring points, the best thing you can do is keep the best player in the world on the other side off the field. This is a game of probability. If Mahomes usually gets 11 possessions per game, let's figure out a way to get him 8 possessions a game, right? And we do that by possessing the clock, by controlling the game, by running the football, and getting points and just freaking pounding away at him.
Not being scared to matriculate it down the field, which they've been able to do, unless the other team can't stop them.
Yeah.
The amount of explosive runs that Saquon Barkley has, his average touchdown length this year, 20-plus touchdowns, 32 yards or something like that.
You know why?
Because the you think it's because tush push?
No. The read. You're talking about Saquon Barkley's average rushing touchdown.
31.5 yards or something like that. 32.5.
It's the Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry factor, right? I've never seen running backs, and this is not to take any credit away from those two guys, Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley. I've never seen guys more times in a year go unabated into the second level of the defense and have a one-on-one opportunity with an open field tackler like a free safety or someone, and then you make that guy miss and you are off to the races. And it's because the quarterback is a threat. When the quarterback is a threat, you have to account for him with a body. You have taken someone out of the box who otherwise would have been a tackler that you would have had to worry about. So you're getting more and more opportunities to get to the second level, which good luck tackling those guys in space.
Yeah.
Like, good luck.
Yeah.
Both of them are freight trains when they get momentum going downhill. So Saquon, the best decision he made was to go to Philly and to have a quarterback who gives him that opportunity.
And the O-line, right?
And the O-line.
Yeah.
Look, O-line's phenomenal. Like, all these factors, but the QB takes a defender out of the run game.
Changes the math.
It completely does.
If you will. D-Bud has a question for you, Drew.
Absolute headache. Now, speaking of absolute headache, talking about some of your all-time great offenses, I know as a defender, if you talk about guys that played in the league, going into that Superdome, you guys would create an avalanche. It would be those seam routes, dig routes, a screen route anytime here and there. Sean Payton and what he was able to do with Bo Nix early on. And then just all these young quarterbacks. I feel like offensive coordinators move. They have a good year here, there. They go get a head coaching job. How long does it take, in your opinion, for a quarterback and a play caller to kind of get on that same page where they're simpatico?
Look, it takes time. I mean, just you look at that QB class last year. Obviously, 6 in the top 12, pretty remarkable. Sean Payton, you knew was going to go with someone. He kind of kept it close to the vest for a long time. But the minute he drafted Bo Nix, I remember calling him and saying, "Hey, did you get your guy?" And like emphatically, it was like, "We got our guy."
Yeah.
He loved him, and Sean. Obviously, he's a QB whisperer. Obviously, he's a great evaluator of the position. But I think what he loved about Bo was, first and foremost, the guy had 60-plus college starts. Correct. So high-level starts. So you think about the level of experience that Bo Nix came into this league with. High level of maturity. You watch the offense that he was in. Man, great processor of the game. Understood where his eyes should be. Man, balls coming out on time. Very accurate. Say what you want about the short passing game in college football, which everything seems like it's these easy completion RPOs. Yep. But, man, his down-the-field percentages were really good. So Sean he had this formula, and he had this, this thing that he was looking for, and he found it in Bo Nix. And as you watch their year progress this year, man, early on, it felt limited as far as the offense. That I know, like Sean's offense is complex, man. There's a litany of things he wants to do. But, man, you got to make sure the Q can handle it. You got to make sure the offense and, man, the Q's trying to learn the offense. He's trying to develop chemistry with his guys. He's trying to learn the speed of the game, like what wins and loses in the NFL. But, man, you just saw this thing progress. Game after game was, he's getting more comfortable. They're opening up the playbook. I didn't see that in the first 6 weeks, and now I'm seeing it, right? Better turning his back to the defense and the play action. College football nowadays, it's all, here we are, shotgun, just staring at the defense, getting the ball out quick. The minute you got to go under center, it's a different ball game. But that adds a huge element in the run game, and it certainly complements your play action game. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, that's an element that you have to have in your offense if you really want to open up, kind of the full breadth of what you're capable of. So you saw that more and more as the season went on. Obviously, he's very athletic. He can get outside the ball. In fact, I think he's at his best on the run outside the pocket. So for all those reasons, I think Sean is right. He does have his guy. And you saw that thing progress as the year went on. And you complement that with some playmakers, a good run game, a great defense on the other side. And, man, you got the tools.
What do you mean whenever you said our quarterback still has some Ferris Bueller in him? Is that something what did he mean by that?
That's a good question.
Because that was he and him got into it a little bit on the sideline, and he said this guy still has some Ferris Bueller, or quarterback still has some Ferris Bueller in him or something.
Yeah, I think that's probably like a little off script. You know?
What do you think he meant by it, though?
That's what I'm saying. Sean.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. Just a little unpredictable. Like, it wasn't, he wasn't supposed to do that.
Got it.
Eyes were supposed to be here, and all of a sudden, like, he's running over here. Like, how did he get over there,
Got it.
So I think that's what he meant. But that's part of that offense is, we always looked at the pass game as an extension of the run game, right? So, like, we're going to take that 5-yard completion, that 7-yard completion. Even if we completely miss a block up front, it doesn't matter. We're going to get the ball out if our eyes
Hold
are in
on.
the right place.
What record did you have? You had like it's like 7,000 straight completions or something. It was
Always
Something like that.
5,000 yards.
It was. What is that? That's accuracy. That's offense. Why do you think you were able to complete like fucking every pass? What that was kind of.
I think that's a lot of preparation too from him. You knew like.
Yeah, throw it
You knew
on
where to
air.
go with the ball in on time.
That was your thing, right? Now it's all coming back to me.
You threw
get
for
to
1,000 yards in their offense.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't get to him. Drew gets rid of the ball
Well,
too quick.
let me start with this. I wanted to be an offensive lineman's best friend.
Okay.
All right? Like, I love those guys for the sacrifice they made and what their job description is. But at the end of the day, too, I wanted them to know, like, man, like, my QB is going to bail me out sometimes as well. Like, I whiff on Aaron Donald right here, and my QB is still going to find a way to get this thing out and take the hit and get a positive play so we can keep this drive alive. And now all of a sudden all the attention's not going to be on me for missing that block and just giving up a 7-yard sack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no one – this sounds crazy, but QB rating, right? QB rating, you get docked for incompletions. You get docked for throwaways. At times, that can be the best decision you make on a play, is throwing the ball away, because we have to be masters of probability, right? We're sitting here at 2nd and 9. If I take that sack and we're at 3rd and 15, my chance of success the next play is not very good, right? It's probably like 9%. But if I can avoid the sack with a throwaway or even find a little 2-yard completion on a check down and now I'm at 3rd and 7, man, my chances of success just went up like 25%. And I made everybody else look a little bit better, right? So, man, I wanted to be an O-lineman's best friend. And I knew it demoralized the defensive line. Because eventually they're like, damn it, no matter how hard I rush, no matter how much I beat this dude in front of me, I'm not getting any sacks, right? So there's something to be said for that.
Were you looking out the bottom? Is that what you were doing?
Hey, you know what's funny?
I'm watching these highlights.
Dude,
and
I would get made
remember
fun
that.
of. I'd get made fun of so much. Yeah, I would be on my tippy toes sometimes. Believe it or not, I've got clips where I'd come off a play action, okay? And we'd have some sort of like, we called it sting spear. So post and then like deep over, right? Kind of your classic, we're going to clear the safety and corner out, and then we're going to run this thing on the other side. And I would come off a play action, and it would be like a wall in front of me. Dude, Am I hooked up here?
Yeah, you're good.
I would come off this play action, boom, and I'd get to here, and I couldn't see. And I would literally jump just to see where the free safety in the corner were. And the minute I would land, I would know where to fire that ball.
So it's like you're golfing on a hilly golf course. Like you're aiming at a tree, like the third tree over. It should be
That's
down
what I'm
on
saying.
that side.
You know what that is? That's survival, bro.
it
That's
is.
survival.
It absolutely
Because
is.
it's my job to see, and I can't come back to the sideline and the coach look at me, hey, what happened? Oh, I can't see. Well, that's not an excuse.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's unbelievable. Well, I want to let you know, it was fun to watch you play ball, dude. You were, I guess efficient would be rude. Calling you a quarterback manager is rude. Saying you could do everything is rude. I don't know what the proper way to describe you is, but you were good at everything. And your leadership was insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, like watching the boys rally around you, I think is probably the biggest compliment that anybody could say, because it's one for you, 2 for me, 3 for us.
1, 2, win for you. 3, 4, win some more. 5, 6, win for kicks. 7, 8, win, it's great. 9, 10, win again, win again, win again, win again, win again. Yeah. And then your hair's on fire and you go get a dub.
Yeah, you do.
That's right.
And you would just throw 0 incompletions every time.
Beast.
That was unbelievable. Thank you for what you did for the city, for the game. And
Absolutely.
you're with Crown Royal. You looked incredibly cool.
Hey,
the watch and jacket combo, very
Yeah,
cool.
top
combo.
notch.
Very, very
and,
cool.
and I'm glad you pointed out the jacket, because I got a little goodie bag for you.
No
Check
way.
out that, man.
No way.
That is a
didn't.
black
No way.
satin starter jacket.
Shut up.
You got Crown Royal, you got NFL, you got Super Bowl 59, man. Check that
Stop
thing
it.
out, huh?
Put it over the vest.
Stop that.
I mean, that vest is pretty sharp, but I'm just saying. Look, hey, and that's retro. You remember starter jackets back in the day? Oh,
yeah.
Like, that was the
Body
jam.
armor now.
This is what it's supposed to be.
Hey, that's going to come in
That's what it's
handy
supposed to be.
winter in Indiana.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
damn right. It's been a winter
Yeah.
everywhere. I don't know if you've been experiencing it. We went to Miami, it was cold. Atlanta was cold.
What?
Dallas was cold. Louisiana's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Gorgeous.
It's sweat down here, bub.
Right? Hey, can I bring the boys out to the church? Come visit you?
It's the Thunderdome.
Guys, the Thunderdome?
Thank you. Jesus used to live there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
He's still around.
Yeah, he's still
Still-
here.
he's
You
still
can
around.
feel him.
His presence is felt.
We can certainly feel him, and we thank it.
absolutely.
We
That's
thank
right.
him. We thank him, obviously, in there.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can come whenever you want, brother.
All right, man.
Listen, how often are you getting back? You got business
I was in
Indiana, don't you?
Noblesville. Yeah, we opened up our pickleball facility, the Pickler, in Noblesville 2 weeks ago.
sweet.
You
I
on the
was
team. I
there.
forgot about that.
Yeah, LA Mad Drops Pickleball Club.
What about walk-ons? That's
Walk on.
you too,
Hey,
right?
love
yeah,
walk-on
that's right.
place, yeah.
That's your spot now?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, it's very good.
Get the duck and andouille gumbo, man. That's
Boom. Done.
Look what you guys are doing. Look at that.
You see that?
It's right next to Target. It is.
awesome.
That's very good.
Love Target.
Feels good.
We made up.
We did.
We made up.
You're a
It's been
pickleball
7
player,
years.
huh? You play a lot?
I play a little bit.
Feel like you're a good player?
Actually, recently I've been awful, but I need to.
Comes
I
and
need to
goes
step
like
my-
golf? Is
Do you
that
have a
real?
rating? There's ratings, right? Are you
Yeah,
rated?
there is. I'm like a 4.5
What's
to a
that mean?
5.0.
That's what AQ is.
That's AQ. Yeah.
So pros pros
can you
would
be AQ Shipley?
pros would be in the mid high sixes.
You think he could beat
6'5",
AQ
6'7".
Shipley?
4 or 5's pretty good then.
You think he can beat AQ Shipley?
I haven't seen his game, but
I think he's about 14.
You can beat AQ Shipley.
I don't know.
I would hope.
AQ's pretty good.
He hits that hurry up on that thing. Is that
He
what it's called? A
does.
speed up?
He doesn't even know the rules.
A hurry up?
yeah, look, it's finesse, and then right when they're least expecting, you just give them that wrist action. Yeah.
Right at their body.
Yeah, right. Yeah, body shots worth 2.
Okay.
Boom.
Good sport.
That's a game.
All right, Drew. I think you got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I've been told that we're 10 minutes over. So I do
Hey, look, I just like
apologize.
hanging in the back. I
was
think they
about
have
to say.
gumbo. I actually think they have gumbo for you in the back.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
really?
Get out of town.
Bit of gumbo? Is it Gator?
Starving.
Oh, there's some gumbo.
Oh, there
we got
it
some
is.
gumbo.
There it is.
We got some gumbo. Is
that Gator?
Oh, yeah.
that Gator?
This
is
is,
that Gator?
Fried gator.
This is courtesy of the New Orleans Super Bowl host committee
Thank you, guys.
and some special ingredients here. Hey, you know,
Thank
hey,
you.
hey, you know
Is
what?
that
Hey, I'm
Gator?
gonna bring it over here to the fellas.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely. You're
You're plugged in. You're good. We can take it.
Got any gator
Yeah,
in
we
there?
pass it down.
Is
I'll
that
pass it down to
Gator?
the boys.
Thank you,
They
Drew.
got
Thank
any
you,
gator?
Drew.
I hope they got gator. Grab one of them.
I got any gator?
I need some gator.
Any gator in here? Oh, that looks
Pop
good.
this thing
That
down.
looks good.
Yeah, he needs
There we go.
a little gator. Man, that watch is pretty sweet.
Ah, some andouille sausage.
That was
They got
delicious.
some gumbo base here Does too. it? A little Cajun. Does
Cheers.
it, B-Buck?
Cheers.
Cheers.
What's good?
Does it?
Cheers to Drew
Cheers,
Brees.
Drew.
Cheers, Drew.
Thank you, Drew.
Thank you, Drew. What's this, hot dog?
Come on.
Sausage. That Dewey sausage. That's good gumbo, Drew.
Hot dog and bits here.
Oh, yeah, that's an Oscar
That is
Mayer.
good.
Hey, this is good gumbo.
This is great gumbo.
You got gator?
Thank you, Drew.
Tough to beat that andouille sausage.
Oh, I love me some gumbo.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nice to meet you, Drew.
Thank you, Drew.
Thank you.